Picture this. A 5-year-old in Munich falls off his bike. Hard. Knees scraped, eyes filling with tears, and his father does something that would make most Western parents freeze. He does nothing. He does not rush in. He doesn't say, "You're okay." He doesn't say, "Don't cry." He just watches, quietly, calmly, like he knows something. And he does, because German parents have known for generations what neuroscience is only now confirming. The words you say to a child in their hardest moments do not just comfort them, they wire them. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what German parents never say to their children, and the 3 powerful phrases they say instead. Phrases you can start using tonight. Germany consistently produces some of the most emotionally resilient, independently thinking, self-reliant children in the world. And researchers who study German parenting keep finding the same thing. It is not what German parents do, it is what they deliberately do not say. The first thing German parents almost never say, and this will surprise you, is be careful. Now, before you close this video, hear me out. German parents are not reckless. They are not neglectful. Their children wear helmets. They hold hands near traffic. But in moments of normal childhood risk, climbing a tree, jumping off a wall, running on wet grass, German parents swallow those 2 words and replace them with silence. Or something far more powerful. They say, "Trust your body." 2 words. 3 if you count the contraction. But what those 2 words do inside a child's nervous system is extraordinary. Researchers at the Max Planck Institute for Human Development in Berlin found that children who are regularly told to trust their physical instincts develop stronger proprioceptive awareness. That is, the brain's ability to understand where the body is in space. They also show lower rates of anxiety in new physical situations, higher confidence in decision-making, and fewer injuries, not more, because they have learned to actually listen to their bodies rather than override them with fear. This is the first German principle. Replace "be careful" with "trust your body" every single time. Here is your practical takeaway. This week, every time "be careful" forms in your mouth, pause. Replace it with "trust your body," or "you've got this," or simply silence. Watch what happens to your child's posture. Watch what happens to their eyes. That shift is confidence being built in real time. The second phrase German parents almost never say is, "You should be ashamed of yourself." Now, most Western parents would say they don't say this either, but shame-based language comes in many forms. "I can't believe you did that. What were you thinking? You know better than that." All of these sentences carry the same hidden message. You are bad. Not you did something bad. You are bad. German parents make a distinction that most parenting cultures blur entirely. They separate the behavior from the child, always, without exception. Instead of "you should be ashamed," they say, "that behavior is not okay, and I know you can do better." 7 words that do something remarkable. They hold the child accountable without attacking their identity. They communicate that the parent believes in the child's capacity for better. And child psychologists call this the single most effective language pattern for building long-term moral development. This is the second German principle. Correct the behavior, never the child. Here is your practical takeaway. This week, before you respond to your child's bad behavior, ask yourself one question. Am I about to attack what they did or who they are? That 1 second of awareness will change the sentence that comes out of your mouth. And that sentence will change who your child believes themselves to be. Now, the third phrase. And this one is the most common, the most well-intentioned, and possibly the most damaging of all. German parents almost never say, "You are so smart." This one hurts to hear because we say it with so much love. But here is what 40 years of research in developmental psychology tells us. When you tell a child they are smart, you are tying their identity to a fixed trait. And fixed traits are fragile. The moment a smart child encounters something they cannot do easily, a hard math problem, a new language, a difficult social situation, they face an impossible choice. Either this thing is too hard, or I am not actually smart. Either way, they stop trying. German parents replace "you are so smart" with something that sounds simple, but changes everything. They say, "You worked really hard on that." Not "what a great result." Not "you are so talented." The process, the effort, the showing up and trying. This is what German parents praise, because effort is something a child can always control. And when a child's identity is built on effort rather than ability, they become virtually failure-proof. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck spent 30 years studying exactly this. Children praised for effort develop what she calls a growth mindset, the belief that ability is not fixed, that struggle is not failure, that every hard thing is simply a thing not yet mastered. German parents have practiced this for generations before Dweck gave it a name, because in German culture, the word for education, bildung, does not mean the transfer of knowledge. It means the formation of a person. And persons are not formed by being told they are brilliant. They are formed by being challenged, supported, and trusted through the hard moments. This is the third German principle: praise the effort. Always, without exception. Here is your practical takeaway. This week, ban the word smart from your parenting vocabulary. Replace it with, "I saw how hard you tried. I noticed you kept going even when it got difficult. That took real effort and you did it." Say it once, mean it. Watch your child's relationship with difficulty change in front of your eyes. 3 phrases German parents do not say. 3 phrases they say instead. Bildung, formation, not instruction, formation. Because the words a child hears most often become the voice inside their head for the rest of their life, long after you are gone, long after the moment is forgotten, the voice stays. Make sure it is a voice that says, "I trust you. I believe in you." Not because you are perfect, but because you try. If this video gave you something to think about, share it with a parent who needs to hear it. And if you want more on how the world's wisest cultures raise emotionally resilient, deeply capable children, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. See you in the next one.